February reading. Now, most of the videos I've named after a song. Try and listen to the song because it's going to have a message in the song for you. It's going to be the direct emotion either you're going to be experiencing during the month or direct things that are going to be relevant. There will be a message inside it. Now, there was a few songs that came through for you guys, and then I kind of tuned out again, and then it came back again, and it was a different song altogether. So I think there was about 3 songs, and then Adele's song, Don't You Remember, come through. Now, I feel as though you guys are really nostalgic but emotional. You're looking at your life, you're looking at all your loved ones around you, you have gratitude and you have pain. It's a very emotional energy. You also you wish you could go back in some shape or form and make things different. There's an unresolved issue that hasn't been finalized. Now, you'll know where this stems from. It can be a trigger connected to a romance. And for some of you, I'm feeling this is very heavy energy. I do feel as though it is directly linked to a romantic partner that has either passed on for some of you or is not with you in some shape or form. Now, this energy does feel very, very emotional. I can see those of you who do have grandchildren are actually looking at your grandchildren and regressing over your childhood. You're also looking at, you know, I wouldn't say where you went wrong in a road because I don't feel any of your path has been wrong. You may be feeling it that way. Okay. Now, external to yourself, it's almost like Groundhog Day. You have great success around you, great luck around you, and you're asking where. You do, but your vibration is different because for some of you, you've actually focused on the 3D of, you know, how do I put it? You've looked at money, yet it kind of goes. The reason it is, for those of you who this is relevant, is because emotionally your heart is not invested in the 3D of assets. So vibrationally you've changed. Signs around you are showing you that you're wanting something more, you're wanting something different. A lot of you can manifest the cash component very easily. Some of you, emotionally speaking, you're wanting to focus on something else, and I'm feeling it's romance. I'm feeling the section in your life that is most out of balance is yourself, but it's to find the internal peace and the internal abundance. I do feel movement, and I can see for some reason a bus. This might be that you're physically going to go on a bus and travel to a location to physically have a holiday or visit a person that you're wishing to see. This could be a family member, but for some of you, I'm actually feeling romantic. Some of you, this might be travel connected to a romantic connection. Okay. Now, hi. Yes, you can apply it to. Let's see what's coming through. Now, When you're going down memory lane in your emotions, again, I do suggest you listen to the song of what I've named the video, because for all of you, these songs are going to have a message inside them. It's very odd that I get an energy being told to me to name the zodiac sign songs. And I did notice another reader has done that, and that was by sheer accident. They'd actually named the video it before I did, although the content of our videos are vastly different. And that was for the Libran video, and it was quite ironic. It was like a download, obviously, psychics have been receiving, and definitely the videos this month have been based along the song. So please listen to the song, because it's going to emotionally help you purge those aspects, but it's what you're directly feeling anyway, so it's nothing you don't know. I do feel you need to free yourself in some shape or form, because it's like you're not giving yourself, you know, permission to do something. It's like you're saying the dog's days are over, but you're referring to that in terms of you, not vice versa. So, and again, I did name a zodiac sign that, like one of them in there. So it might be that zodiac sign that's actually, you know, you're interested in. You're looking at people around you in a sense, and you're accepting them for who they are. You're seeing the flaws in them. You're seeing the reality. You love them divinely. But definitely you're going down memory lane. You need to have a bit more fun though, because you have been giving too much to everyone around you, and you haven't been putting yourself first, and this is directly impacting you. You're having to constantly adapt to changes, which you've become very good at. But you can overcome any obstacle. But at the moment, the obstacle is self, because you're the one who's blocking yourself from forward movement. It's like you're sidetracking yourself. I'm going to say it straight. It's like you're making an excuse connected to you not receiving your dream. Now, it could be age, it could be time, it could be family, it could be work, it could be responsibilities. It feels you directly are the block to your dreams. Now, this block is about making yourself safe. It is also about you feeling that because of a past tense situation, especially through the song, you know, you're so emotional that you're thinking, why the hell would I let that wall down when it's the only thing keeping me together? It's actually not. It's the only thing keeping you from your dreams. And, you know, here's a metaphor. I had a person years ago say to me, let me give you an example. Okay, just pretend this is a string. Look at it as your life and mark out on it a rough estimation of your age. Now, this is the expectation of life. Mark out where you are. For many, we're here. That's how much you've got left. Are you willing to not follow that dream when that's all you've got left? You've got to put it in that perspective. You've got to think it in that way. Because sometimes we think we have forever, which from a soul purpose, yes, we do. But on a 3D life purpose, we don't. So really question, you know, your mindset connected to why you're blocking yourself from having what you want. You know, a lot of times we look at our assets, our responsibilities, and we're saying, but hey, I won't have the stability if I just, you know, throw a tower event into the situation. Internally, you're already having the tower event because something's out of balance. And by not actually honoring yourself, you're not respecting yourself, you're not loving yourself. How can you energetically, how can I place this? Motivate other people to follow their dreams if you can't walk your truth. So, you know, your awakening process is about you actually honoring yourself and you walking your truth of what you feel is vibrationally correct for you. And again, you've got heart chakra, so it's all about something that you're passionately wanting, but you're choosing to not give it because you're protecting it, but you're not. You're actually suppressing it. Now, when it comes to family, there's great burdens. Now, this could be emotional. This could be baggage that you're carrying. But there is medicine in this. But it's by you following your dreams. Sometimes, you know, by us doing things for family, what we actually do is disable them, because they then they have an aspect that is removed from them of free will. It's almost like we micromanage them because we feel that somehow life would not go on without us. Now, of course, this does depend on age brackets, you know, of your children and your young, etc. But ultimately speaking, if we were taken today, life would go on. So really place it in that perspective and really understand part of everyone's soul growth is to be responsible for self. And there is healing in this. Sometimes by stepping away and moving towards your dreams, you then enable others to grow. But you're choosing not to let this medicine happen. You're choosing for this healing not to happen. Now, I'm going to pull a love or romance angel card. Oh, you don't want to deal with this. What's going on, guys? Let's see. Okay. Before I even shuffled, I was feeling it. The hurt you experienced, you are petrified of. You never want to go down that road again. But again, as I said, you can't break what's already broken. You can heal what is there. And the reality is, if you have had a romance that affected you in the past, and maybe this is a person you're actually considering, then if you're empty without them and you're yearning for them, the only remedy is the medicine bag that you're choosing not to take a chance on. Because ultimately speaking, they hurt you, you pine for them, then the medicine is going back and actually doing the work with them. Also, if this is not the case and it is that someone hurt you, this can even be a parent, it can be a work colleague, something that triggered you to close your heart chakra. You need to ask yourself, you know, why you're blocking it. Because ultimately speaking, the only way, if an opportunity has come to you at a romantic level, you've done some healing. You actually have, because you've realized it, you processed it, the song itself, listen to the lyrics. Then the only way you can heal the other aspect of it is actually in a relationship. You know, we do go in with baggage. The medicine bag is in the baggage that you carry, because you can actually grow from that baggage. Because you can't sense where this is going. It's freaking you out. You're literally thinking, do I take a chance on this? Do I take a chance in even having my heart open for a potential to come to me? Or do I just live like this and never love again? Never be open to it, but be considering an aspect of love. It does feel every other area is quite nostalgic. Ooh. That's so weird. Reconciliation. Straight on the medicine bag. They were very angry. Okay, I do feel it's in a different direction than you thought it would be. So for some of you, this might be that this person is at a distance. They may be your soulmate twin flame. But it's reconciliation. It's someone that, you know, the clarity you... Oh, I'm sorry. I do know one lovely lady that's watching this. I know you're watching. Okay. Now, where you feel you have no clarity of where the road's going, you're addicted to controlling the flow of things and the protection of your heart. Don't you want someone else to look after your heart as well? Just a little bit of room. Now, in your general life, it's okay. Time to fly. Connections. The energy you're feeling, again, I'm being shown, go back and listen to the song. If this is someone you love and you've directly had a connection with them. And I don't know how this reading has turned into a massive love reading, but it's ironic and these things happen. So I'm always guided to read it in the way it's coming through. Now, connections in general, you're feeling disconnected. So the energies around you that are actually holding you there in February and have been for a while, where almost excuses connected to why you shouldn't be doing things. Diane, she'll kill me. I do know a lovely Aries. Now, these connections do take your energy, and it is not that you don't love them, but vibrationally speaking, I can feel energy here. It's almost like a panic attack. It's got nothing to do with lack of love, connected to life. Definitely going down memory lane, looking at, it could be for some of you, your children, your grandchildren, or your mother, your father, your sisters, your brothers, life, childhood, jobs. It just feels connections in general, friendships. Something's changing. Something's doing full circle, because at the moment this is in reverse, and it feels as though the universe is a funny thing. If we're meant to be moving, trust me, I'm very experienced at this. Like, this happens to me regularly, and I have deep communication with the universe. I know when something's changing. Now, when I don't want it to change, I have a few warnings. So it's sort of like I have the aha moment, and I'm like, yeah, I got that vibe, you know, I should have been doing something. And then I have the aha moment. I have the actual 3D of, you know, a situation transpiring to trigger me to wake up and smell the roses. And then if I still don't hear the download of what I've been receiving, which is initially prior to even having the first aha moment, I'm getting an intuition about it. I'm having a gut feeling. It might have been you've been thinking on it for years. You know, this is going to be your trigger where you are sending energy. It might be to your workplace. It may be to your family. It's not about these people. It's about you. You can keep the balance directly connected to it, but you're hiding behind an aspect. So this could be anything. It could be work, could be money, could be home, could be, it's 3D. These connections, people that love you will always, always love you. 9 times out of 10, what you'll find is if you can love yourself, the energy you have for others is 9 times more, 10 times more. And they always want you to be happy as long as you follow your dreams. You're going to get inspiration. And hey, it might be after the song. It might be after this video. It might be after meditating. Now, it may be after 3 full moons, I'm hearing. Now, it could be due to the 31st, the blood moon. Could be. But it feels you're going to be awoken somehow. Clarity is going to come to you. Sometimes what you find is if you're energetically supposed to be going down a certain road, if you're really pushing against the grain connected to it, you'll really be shoved, and it'll be quite a nasty feeling. But the learnings and the lessons that you're physically going to get from that aspect is, I definitely need to learn to follow my intuition. It's because you have a deep desire for more than what you physically have on the 3D right now. Now let's hope those romance cards aren't mean to me again. Not really mean to me. You're being mean to your romance. Come on, guys. Yeah. I can relate. Can very relate. It is a deep pain because I do feel many of you are either thinking of this person you're wishing to reconcile with, and you're thinking, gee, you know, you really, really hurt me. I loved you to the moon and back. For some of you, you might have had children with this person. Sometimes what can happen is You know, you thought there would be a potential in a situation, and then a person comes in that actually might make you feel more than what that one person felt, or vice versa. You can't understand why you still feel. And for some of you, it might be a Leo, because that energy was coming through in the Leo video. For some of you. But you'll know who this person is. Okay, couples. What's going on with you guys? Really? Oh, okay. So this is over the board, I'd say. Be it couples or singles. You guys are at a crossroad. Now, I'll find out why. Some of you, you may feel vibrationally speaking, you're going down memory lane connected to how things used to be. You're also feeling like, you know, you're looking back. It's either you want your relationship back the way it used to be and the 3D is just pulling you in different directions, or you're physically thinking of someone else who may be a twin and the energy is really pulling you. You know, your emotional balance is in reverse. Family. You're realizing it's not about family, or you're realizing this isn't your soul family any longer in some shape or form, or that you don't just want to focus on family, you want more. You don't have the emotional abundance, so you don't feel the romance pouring. This can just be February energy, but I do feel it's a synchronicity connected to the whole of the reading. Your base chakra, which is family, and it might have been some of you weren't able to have children, or you had them and you're realizing that you wanted your life to be more than just that. You need more, and that's okay. It's not meaning you don't love your children if you have them. It just means the way you're looking at it, you just need a lot more. Your soul has grown, and you do have some choices to make in February. You're wondering what way to go. Now, your partner feels something, be it a vibration, be it a song, be it something you say. They're kind of picking the signal up. They are having faith, and they do have faith in you, but they want you to have faith in your life as well. They do care about you very deeply, and they need you to emotionally heal. Now, for those of you who are twins and you're actually in a relationship, this more feels an energy of you guys working together. Sometimes, emotionally speaking, a twin may be in one location in a sense of emotionally speaking, and then you might be doing work and it bounces back and forward. 50% of you are physically needing to do some soul work connected to a past tense event. It might be something that's triggered you emotionally and you're very down and you're wondering what to do. Others of you, it's that your partner loves you enough, but the cycle is changing. So for some of you, it might be that your partner does know that you've changed and your needs have changed. They're trying to keep faith, but I do feel that they're trying to gauge what's going on. Something was going to happen around Christmas. Something changed around Christmas. Now, this changed the way you saw yourself between the both of you. And it questioned, you know, it might have even been finances, but some sense of a trigger's come about where you're more focusing on the 5D, you know, your spiritual sense and what you're going to do. Try and get a bit more clarity. Now, this might just be the energy you come into for the month, the beginning. I'll try and tune a bit more and see what's going on. Okay, interesting. I've got about 2 stories here. Okay, at the moment you are changing, and because you're awakening, it's been a gradual process. As I said, listen to the lyrics because it feels as though you're purging. And after the fact of purging, you realize in order to be whole, you need to cry. You need to get it all out. You need to bury the hatchet. You're going to feel safe then in your energy to move forward for you to receive emotional abundance. You realize there's not as many differences, or maybe everything has remained the same. That may be, you know, in the family, and you've changed energetically. Your vibration connected to this is changing. It may just be that it's you in the month of February, but it is directly changing. Now, your partner doesn't want something new, but they do know, spiritually speaking, although they have great faith, they do sense an energy of you wanting to have something different, something more, change. They're not expressing this. They're just keeping quiet, connected to it, and it's out of respect. Now, ultimately speaking, I feel that both of you feel this is a very great connection, and the history connected to you guys is a good connection. But you're questioning whether ultimately, you know, this is the path you want to be on. Now, there is reconciliation. So if it has been on the rocks, it feels the balance will come back. The second part of it is that you're at a crossroad. Because there is, emotionally speaking, a person that you have romantic feelings for, and something's transpired between the two of you. It does feel your partnered energy is very quiet, and I can see them looking quite strained in the eyes, like they're aware something is going on. And it's like you need to do a left or a right, but somehow energetically speaking, you've got the ball on your court, I feel. So it may be that you're just processing, but I do feel for some of you, yeah, I feel energetically you'll be drawn. The information's going to come through in February. I do really feel connected to forward movement. February's going to give us a great deal of clarity. You know, anything that comes up, even in a negative sense, it's actually not negative because it's giving us a lot of clarity as to what's really going on inside us. I mean, to hear our own thoughts and feelings, a few years ago, we would have found that we just didn't have the time to do that. We chose not to do that. Very much we were out, you know, looking in front of ourselves and Groundhog Day, really. But I think as people are evolving, we're becoming more in tune to a vibration and a reality inside ourselves that we do need more. We're vibrationally awake now. So, yeah, it's just different. Just feels different. Now, advice for couples. I would say advice for your sign. Advice for Aries in direction. Okay, in order to solve your problem, there is a transformation. This can be travel. This, I feel, a different location. For some of you, this is overseas. For some of you, this is further away. It's travel. Now, again, I do see 7 years in Tibet, a spiritual transformation, Kundalini awakening, something to that degree. Now, you need to be truthful to yourself. How can you expect anyone to be truthful to you if you can't honour thyself? You know, you really do need to look at it and see whether you're respecting all of your wants, needs and desires. After that fact of you acknowledging it, your dreams are going to come true. You may see a dandelion. I see two in the picture. Please wish upon one. I can also see a person that has passed over. Now, when you see this dandelion, please take two. Please make a wish for yourself, and make a wish for a child. I'm being shown. I don't know why. Okay, this is going to change your whole vibration to a point where I'm just going to come out and say it. How you intimately connect with your partner, is it at a spiritual level or is it just at an intimate level? There is a difference. You know, soul merging connection, if that's what you're looking for, that's your answer. Now, somebody who has passed over again is coming through. Now, it may be that they were cremated, and that very much is coming through, that they're guiding you through this process. They're also making reference to a son. It might be your son. Okay, and this is a word message, and their sexuality that they know. And that's saying if you have any issues with this child, keep going. Make the effort connected to it. You'll be fine. Everything will pan out. Got it again. Okay. Follow your true love. You will know if they are or aren't the one. There will be reconciliation. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that and we'll get on to singles. I wonder if I'll have the energy for Sagittarius. That'd shoot me. Thanks, Beth. Interesting. Yeah, you will find energy. Look, anyone can really have telepathy. Directly speaking, when you're connected to a person, I know when my child was younger, I mean, obviously I'm psychic, so for me, you're thinking, oh, that's normal. Anyone can get this. Anyone has this. Obviously, some people are more evolved and trained. My training more came from people who would come around me. Obviously, when I would see things, I would research it, you know, and I had people around me that were guides, working in the care field as well for 25 odd years. You know, I would deal with people with dementia and bipolar, and they would say the darndest things to me. Yes, I did say that, Beth. Okay, you're still doing some healing, singles. Interesting. Okay, you guys know the direction you want to go. There you go. Okay, on an odd question, Beth, how old is your son? I'm trying to gauge into it as I'm gauging into that. Because there was a reference connected to sexuality in the card. I'll wait 5 seconds and see if she writes something before I get on with the singles section. What time are we at? 34 minutes. We're doing pretty good. It's not too bad. It's probably like, it's 1:30 in the morning. I'm insane. You're going to have a conversation with the person you're in love with, okay? But it's also with yourself, and it's owning the truth connected to who you're in love with. You also do feel you know, that you're actually really, really ready for love. The more you've done the work on yourself, the more you're open to receiving love. And again, when this happens and you open your heart chakra, money's going to start flowing in. You might feel a bit triggered by this. So initially you will be in two minds, because you've pretty much gone from it's safe to feel loved to you haven't done the work connected to loving yourself. And then you realize you've done it and you're open, you're away you go. Now, this separation's going to be over, and you want this separation connected to an individual to be over. You are paying attention to the red flags. Now, this can be on the 3D good and bad. Now, if there's blocks in the road, again, if it's a twin, it's natural. It's like you're not taking a no as a no. You're going to keep moving forward with your spiritual path. But I don't feel the red flags are to do with external or twin. I feel it's more to do with you are blocking a situation. So it's like you're taking 2 steps forward and just maybe 2 or 3 back and then jumping forward 10. So now, let your friends help you. This may be via YouTube. It might be via the song. It might be your actual direct friends. And I do have a friend that's watching this, and I will say, Diane. Okay, you have a lot of forgiveness and it is moving forward. Now, this person previously speaking might have been married, or may have, you know, wanted to marry you but pulled away. Maybe their ethics and morals and values aren't that they believe in marriage, but they do know, directly speaking, that you are their true love. And at a soul level, it's like they are married to you regardless. So no matter what they're doing, where they are, who they are, they feel directly they've had a connection with you in a previous life. They feel deeply connected to you. Okay. Now, when you're not around, they don't have the clarity. They don't know what way to go. Their creativity is blocked. It might be at the moment they don't know how to directly approach you connected to this, but they are dealing with family, and they are very grounded, connected to this energy. Also, they might be directly connected to you from a previous romantic connection. So you may have had children with them, or you might have had a partnership with them and they know your family. But they directly feel that they are bound to you. Now, emotionally speaking, they are coming through the month feeling very grounded. I do feel for some of you, you may communicate with them or have a download connected to, maybe a song comes up, or, you know, you may have a dream or a premonition connected to it. Might be seeing number plates with their sort of zodiac sign on it. You know what I mean? Their initials, street signs. You're not trusting your gut. You're really pushing against it. Okay. You're afraid. Even though you're probably going to say something, you're really questioning, well, if I say something, am I going to be okay? Do it anyway. Where you're knowing it's safe to be loved, you're not completely grounded yet, because it makes you feel excited. It makes you nervous. It makes you feel like a young boy or a young girl again. Now, your physical health will change as you realize that this work needed to happen. So energetically, some ailments you may have may dissipate. Again, I'm not a doctor. And I'm seeing 5, so it might be on the 5th of February. There's movement. It may be you have an appointment by the 1st week on the 5th or at 5 p.m. Something connected to 5 is relevant. Now, your crown chakra is open, connected to what you're wanting to do. So your intuition directly is showing you And it might be that you're getting downloads in a sense of dreams, epiphanies. It might be they're popping into your head all the time. Yeah, directly follow the signs. And again, a lot of these cards do have 4 on them. So, and I did say for Twin Flames, 444 is relevant for February. And I've just, yeah, I've been showing it again. Okay, any questions? That was a huge sentence for 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm sorry. I read most of it. I'll probably have to get another question up. Okay, him and stuck, although he appears to have moved on. No looking back. Okay. I was discussing with the client today that you need to own your truth. Now, owning your truth can be speaking truthfully about your position and how you environmentally and physically feel. There's no harm in communication. You need to gauge the situation and communicate correctly and own your truth. Directly, that gives the person an opportunity to seek closure or gain clarity. So it's 50-50. But I can tap into the energy privately, I feel, and I can help you a bit more if you book a reading. Will the karmic energy go away? In what sense? What do you feel needs to be balanced? Because sometimes we do get caught up on karmic energy. Look, lots of triggers come through when you reconnect. But then as you're fully connecting, yeah, it's almost like you're so bound tightly together, and luckily so, the energy from your ex. Now, is your ex the twin? Trust me, usually I tune better, but look at me, I'm looking cross-eyed. Is the energy your twin, or is it 2 people, 2 energies? Because most of the reading there was like 2 energies coming through. You'll find both will resemble each other, but it was there divinely for you to grow from the situation. Yeah, well, obviously, yeah. It sort of comes about where they mirror each other, the karmic and the twin. So they mirror each other. Initially, the karmic might have been a bit nicer, and then it goes back that way. That's okay. Well, I will be doing the Sagittarius reading tomorrow and the twin flame. So if there's any questions, I will tune tomorrow and I will read them in the little box below. And if you're wanting to make a booking, you can go to the website. It won't be directly under the video right away. I'll add it tomorrow morning. And I'll talk to you all soon. Look after yourselves. Night from Perth, WA.